Hey everyone and welcome back to Mavro Productions. Today is the start of a new series and it is called Who's Gonna Win? Basically, we predict who is gonna win every Premier League game starting from round 1 all the way to the last one. And without further ado, let's get into it. It honestly felt like yesterday when Liverpool lifted up the Premier League trophy. And now this weekend is the start of a new one. First off, it's Fulham versus Arsenal. So I'm going to give my analysis of the game, give you some stats, and then I'm going to make my prediction. It's obviously a London derby between Arsenal, who are struggling, and newly promoted Fulham. Arsenal obviously buzzing because they won the FA Community Shield against my boys Liverpool, which secured them a spot in Europe. When it comes to head-to-head, Arsenal have won the last 5 against Fulham, and Fulham haven't won since 2012. So Fulham lost their last game at home, and Arsenal were victorious in their last away fixture, and 9 goals in the last 2 games for Arsenal. I basically show how one-sided this affair is. Arsenal will not start off their campaign really well, and I think they will. I'm going to go with an Arsenal win. If we want score, we can add a score as well. 3-1 win to Arsenal. To tell you the truth, I don't really know Fulham's squad at all, to be honest. I know Mitrovic is like their star player, but that's really it. Krys Talk versus Southampton. Another game in London. After going on a 5-game losing run, Krys Talk are undefeated in 5, drawing 2 and winning 3. Southampton are undefeated in 7, winning 4 and drawing 3, with their last loss coming at the hands of the club we mentioned previously, Arsenal. Southampton have won 2 of the last 5 meetings between the clubs and 1 win for Krys Talk and 2 draws. Southampton have won 3 of their last 5 away games, and Palace won 2 of the last 4 games at home. It is pretty tough and a close game to call. I mean, it's both pretty even in terms of stats and head-to-head wise, but I'm honestly going to go with a 1 or draw. Crystal Palace and Southampton. Next up, we got West Ham and Newcastle. Another game in London. It's a place to be for the opening weekend. If we could travel, London would be the place. Both clubs have lost to championship sides in friendlies. West Ham lost to Bournemouth and Newcastle lost to Stoke City and Middlesbrough. Despite this fixture remains even with 2 wins each in the last 5 meetings and 1 draw. So that's head-to-head wise, obviously. West Ham have won 2 of their last 5 home games. Newcastle have the same form away from home, so basically just reverse. Both these sides have played 44 times, West Ham grabbing 13 wins and Newcastle grabbing 20. Bit of a shock here, but I'm going to go with West Ham are going to grab this win. West Ham are going to grab it, and it's going to be 2-1 to West Ham, the Clarets, the Irons. Next is the return of the champions in the Premier League and the Championship, Liverpool and Leeds United. I'm going to try and be as subjective as possible because I like both these clubs, but Liverpool is obviously the club that I support. Both clubs have had to wait years for these. Liverpool waited 30 years for the title. Leeds waited 16 years to get promoted. Leeds are looking sharp with 6 games undefeated. Liverpool have continued to maintain their fortress at Anfield domestically. Obviously, we lost to Atletico Madrid in the Champions League at Anfield, but when it comes to domestic success at Anfield, Liverpool are still unstoppable. The Merseyside club looked to bounce back after losing to Arsenal in the FA Community Shield, which was previously mentioned, and need to cope with Kostas Tsimikas, the new left-back signing, the Greek boy. He's out for a few weeks after he got COVID-19. These last sides made in 2016 in the EFL Cup, which Liverpool won. The last meeting in the league match was all the way back in 2003. And the last win against Liverpool by Leeds was in 2001. I wasn't even born yet. Like, in my whole lifetime, Leeds have never beaten Liverpool. Just a fun fact for you there. West Brom and Leicester. So, WBA are back in the Premier League, and they mean business. Their form is kind of distasteful, to be honest. They've got 4 draws and a loss in their last 5. Leicester City have won 1 in their last 5. These sides have only met 8 times, with Leicester City winning 4 times and West Brom winning twice. The last time the home side won dates back to 2016. The last time West Brom beat this team at home was in 2010. So the last time they won in general was 2016, but the last time they beat them at home was in 2010. Both these clubs were in the Championship. West Brom haven't lost since March at home, so the Hawthorn Stadium is a tough place to play at right now if you're away. And Leicester City have bounced back after a lacklustre run of form away from home, picking up a win in a recent club friendly. Next up, we got Tottenham versus Everton. Both sides will look to get their campaigns off to a good start. Spurs' undefeated run was shattered in a friendly to Watford, however they're still on a good run of form in the Premier League. Everton have won 2 in their last 5. And these sides have met 56 times, with Spurs taking 3 points 27 times. Oh, I didn't make my predictions for Liverpool and Leeds, okay. And West Brom and Leicester. So Liverpool and Leeds is going to be a Liverpool win about, I'm not going to underestimate Leeds. I'm going to go 3-2. West Brom, Leicester, a Leicester win. That's going to be 3-0. Yep, so Tottenham, Everton. Everton drew their last match, which was away from home. Too late. The last time Everton have won this fixture was back in 2012. There was 2 late goals, 90th minute and the 91st minute. It was crazy. I'm going to go with a nice 4-3 win to Tottenham. Next, we've got Brighton versus Chelsea. Now, when it comes to Premier League matches between these sides, it remains one-sided, but Brighton are yet to beat Chelsea in the Premier League, and Brighton's last home win was against Chelsea's bitter rivals Arsenal. Although Chelsea have only won 1 of their last 5 away matches, their recent signings and transfer market could bolster this stat. As we know, they've gone crazy, signing Thiago Silva, Ziyech, so many players, Timo Werner, and they could get Kai Havertz as well. Brighton won their last competitive match, which can give them even more confidence to snatch a win for the first time in the Premier League against Chelsea. These guys recently played friendly against each other and it was 1-1, so I'm going to go with a Chelsea 2-1 win. Sheffield United vs Wolves. Wolves looking to forget about their latest match when they lost to eventual Europa League winners Sevilla, which they should have not. I mean, Olympiacos got robbed in the game against Wolves, but that's another story for another day. Sheffield United hope to have an even better season and contest with the top 6 again. Sheffield United shattered all expectations and ended up doing really well in the Premier League last season in their first season of asking. These teams have only met twice in the Premier League, with Sheffield United taking a game and a draw being the only result. Wolves beat them in 2018 in the Championship, and Sheffield United at home have won 3 of their last 5. Wolves winning 2 of their last 5 away games, and most recently suffering a loss at the hands of Chelsea in the Premier League. I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw, Sheffield United and Wolves. And yeah, that is who's going to win. Number 1, be sure to stay tuned for the rest. Make sure to leave your predictions down below in the comments on all the socials at Mavro Productions on Instagram. Get involved, give your predictions in as well. There's also the Fantasy Premier League for Mavro Productions, which is in the link below if anyone wants to join that. Thank you all for watching, and don't forget to
subscribe to Mavro Productions.